AIpreneurs. My gosh, I never thought I'd see the day I've got my first paying client, and I know a $10,000 month is not far away.
Tanner had said this at one point, is get involved where people are, like the drinking water is for your people, your niche. I joined a local chiropractic society, and then they started talking about the marketing. Then I told him like what we do different. It's getting set up right now, and then we'll have a 2,000 recurring revenue.
I put my back up against the wall by quitting my job. I had to do it from Atena's coaching. Like, you're limiting yourself so much by working your 9 to 5, like you have to quit. And my first month, I did not disappoint myself. So 4 paid clients, which is pretty awesome.
We want to congratulate our amazing finalists here. Who do we have in here? If you haven't seen the message, we have 4 great finalists, and many of you know these faces before, because we're so happy and proud to see how you guys are constantly pushing through every single month and week and day. And people like Dan are literally like posting even every single day to keep us updated. And I'm pretty sure the people like Dr. Vikas and Dan and Mark and Ina, our finalists, they have their good days, but they also have their bad days, right? But the difference between these people here and everyone else is they don't give up. They continue. So yeah, congratulations. We have amazing Mark from Australia, who is our finalist. Again, we have Dr. Vikas, who many of you see every month now as a finalist, right? We have amazing Dan Movinsky from the US and beautiful Ina from Australia. And these are the people who are going to win. One of them is going to win another $1,000 from the AIpreneurs from Athena, basically. So good. Let's get to know them a little bit more. Let's see who is starting. Mark. So, Mark, the spotlight is on you right now. I know that you have recently landed one of your first paying clients. You relaunched some meta ads, and it seems like you've been rocking it. And now you're bringing in 1 to 3 qualified leads per day. That sounds crazy, while running consistent discovery calls. We would love to know a little bit more on what has worked for you. How have you made it? This stage is yours.
Wow, just in here with such esteemed finalists. It's an absolute honor. I've come so far. This is one of those moments I have to celebrate how far I've come to be a finalist. AIpreneurs, my gosh, I never thought I'd see the day, but thank goodness the tide has turned and it is turning. Now, I'm still so early on in this phase where I'm starting to see success. So every day is still a real solid grind. And, this week, I put in earlier, I've been proud of my health and fitness because that's what's keeping me on track. And like you said, Janine, the difference is you've just got to push through. And in my previous 6 businesses before this one, I've hit these walls where I'm like, oh, I just don't think I can push through. This is the first one I'm like, no, you have to push through. So I've had some great wins over the last 2 weeks, but I've also had some really challenging days, and I'm just getting up every day going, come on, push through this wall. I know what's on the other side. And it's a really exciting time. I do have to celebrate how far I've come. I started this business on December 1st. I've got my first paying client. I'm so close to dropping more paying clients. It's so frustrating. These clients, they're calling me back. They're texting me back. They're so close. And I know a $10,000 month is not far away. So look, the grind is real. I know all of you on here know that, but I'm just pushing through and I'm working so hard. So I really am stoked to be a finalist.
Woohoo, Mark, thank you so much for sharing this. And yeah, we met in the Gold Coast last year as well. Here's my question to you. When you're about to doubt yourself or the AIpreneurs community or the tools that you have or all of your experience and who you are, what actually gets you to continue not giving up and pushing through of what you just mentioned?
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to give you the answer that you want here, Janine, but the honest answer is I'm at a point financially where I have to make this work. This is it. So Uh, it's a combination of that. And when I look up here in front of my computer, I have a vision statement, and part of that vision statement says to transform the lives of 1 million men looking to break free from burnout, anxiety, and panic and reclaim their health, energy, inner calm, and happiness. So I do read that every day, and that is on my mind every day. But like, the finances are a big one, and this is time. Like, I need to make this work now.
I love it. And that's when we can see sometimes when we really like quit the job and that we basically there is no return. Or when people like, as you just said, financially or whatever it is, we know we really have no time for any more excuses. Those are sometimes the times when we see the biggest breakthrough. Like even some of the clients, like we sometimes have had people back in the past where they're like, okay, I just signed up for the program, but suddenly they change their mind a few days later, right? And those are sometimes these moments when we see the biggest breakthrough because they actually have to change their life now because otherwise something bad's going to happen. So, yes, well done on that, Mark. Woohoo! Let's give
Thank
him an
you.
applause. Everyone, you can unmute yourself.
Thank
And
you.
I can't wait to see more of your successes. So let's see who is up next. So I'm gonna take away the pin of you now. Where is, okay, here it is. Let's see who is up next. Okay, so after amazing Mark, one of our next finalists is, and I'm going to take you guys now on a journey with me from amazing Australia, where it's early, early morning, and these people, again, didn't make an excuse. They got up like Ina, 5:30, Mark's here at 6:30. And I'm taking you now to beautiful Canada, to Dr. Vikas Puri. Many of you guys are already familiar with him because I think it's actually every month nowadays that we have you on here. Some months he has won, sometimes he has not won, sometimes he's been so close, right? One of the newest successes, and I know you've shared many, many different ones. I don't know if I've updated all of the successes from February that you actually wanted me to update in here. If not, I apologize. But one of them is Dr. Vikas Puri grew his Instagram by 210% using Social Boost. He made $1,100 plus $2K in monthly recurring revenues by, and I love that how you wrote it, by stealing a client from a competitor. Oh my gosh. And if I missed anything on his list now, Dr. Vikas Puri, please unmute yourself. Tell us on how you made it happen. Inspire us, and the stage is yours.
All right, thank you so much. I love your energy. It's so inspiring. So thank you.
Thank you.
The lazy one is definitely hiring an agency to help boost your Instagram following. I think that's definitely really helps gain your branding, your awareness. So I know we've talked about Plexi and Kicksta at the Fiji Mastermind. I ended up with a different company called Social Boost. They tend to be growing people organically, just a human actually doing it. And they've done well so far for me for sure. Um, I have two profiles, my consulting company and our clinics that we've given them our Instagram pages for to grow, and both of them have been doing well and growing them. In fact, the 210% was the lower one, which is the clinics, and then the other one's actually even more. Um, but like I said, I don't really have to do too much work for that. So they're following, unfollowing people and making sure we're growing followers. So it's great. I definitely recommend that for people. The one that I'm excited about most, obviously, as my February win, was getting a client for marketing, a marketing client, and it was exciting because this person was a client of other chiropractic marketing agencies in the past, and the big names in our field, actually. So one is called Seven Figure Docs, and they've been around for a while. They do a lot of marketing online, and they're one of the bigger players in the market. So here I am. I was like, okay, well, how do I get involved in this? Where obviously we want to do a menu of options for our clients, right? So for chiropractic clients who own offices, we can either do their marketing for them, show them how to do their marketing, like Facebook ads, meta ads, and so forth, or do a full service where I'm doing practice management consulting for them on everything in the office, whether it's team, SOPs, certainly sales and marketing, helping, with their clinical processes as well. So I have a menu of options for people, but definitely there's so many agencies in the field. How are you going to get in? So one thing I thought of, I think Atena had said this at one point, is get involved where people are, like where the drinking water is for your people, your niche. Get to that drinking fountain, right? Get to that drinking water. So I joined a society, a local chiropractic society, where chiropractors get together once a month, once every couple of months, and they learn something like a webinar or a class. But so I joined, and as luck would have it, the first event was a social. It was just for networking, just for relaxing at a restaurant. So we ended up there, and as luck would have it, or as you envision and manifest it, I ended up sitting beside somebody that was talking about their practice. I talked to them about what's going on, and what are the challenges, and then they start talking about the marketing. And then they start talking about who they've used. And then I basically told them, well, that's something I'm doing for my clinics. And I've started doing that for other clients as well. And then I told him like what we do different and how we can improve upon what he's already doing. And so he had a couple of discovery calls with me, and luckily, I mean, we were able to get him so close, just like Mark says, sometimes these people are so close, and then there's something still holding them back. So he still had some reservation. He goes, I'm 99% there. I'm like, well, what's the 1%? Let's get on the call. And then he said, really, when he looked at it, because he didn't realize, I guess he doesn't measure his metrics. And I think knowing your numbers is so important as a business. So he thought that the other company wasn't doing very well for him, but I checked and I said it was doing 2.5 times return on investment for him. He thought that was way better than he thought. So I said maybe I shouldn't move then. That's actually good. Maybe I was giving them a hard time. They're established, etc., and they're doing that. So I don't know if I should go to you when I'm already doing fine. And so then I gave him the guarantee. I know this is not like the ideal guarantee where we're guaranteeing the end result. We should guarantee what's in our hand. But I thought, you know what? I know from our metrics, what I've done for my clinics and others, that we get more than a 2.5% return. Sorry, 2.5 times ROI. We usually get 4 or 5 times ROI or more. So I said, look, we'll match that. If we're not getting you 2.5 times ROI in a certain month, then I won't charge you for the following month. I would just do it for free till they get that ROI for you. And so as soon as I said that, he goes, okay, that's all I need to hear. Sign me up. So that was exciting. And so I got him to move away from that seven-figure docs, which is an established agency, and get him in with us. And so we charged him 1,100 for a setup fee. He's getting set up right now, and then we'll have a 2,000 recurring revenue. So he signed up initially for my $1,500 a month package, but then I told him we can actually help him do a social media as well, do an all-encompassing package at a reduced rate of 2,000 altogether. And so he jumped on that as well because he was paying his other company $750 to $1,000 to do social media like content for him. So we just packaged it all together and gave him a good situation. So there you go. So now we have some monthly recurring revenue. So I'm excited.
Ooh, congratulations.
Thank you
And
so much.
I would like to encourage everyone. We are a community. So this is all about sharing is caring. With the team, we introduced you to different kind of platforms like Kickstarter, for example, at the mastermind in Fiji, right? But if you have other tools that are working well for you, share it. So I love it how you just shared, hey, Social Boost worked really well for you. Also, if you know that, for example, Dr. Vikas, he's really good in doing this, or Mark now rocking his Facebook ads, reach out to each other, exchange this and these information, and that's why also like we have these sessions. Show up for these sessions, because every single time you're gonna learn something that changed one of these businesses, and that's something that you might want to try out yourself as well, right?
And I
Quick
also
question.
want to
Go
I also want to
ahead.
thank Mark because Mark really helped in the process as well. So Mark actually gave me a reference for this fellow because we had done a little something on the marketing Facebook landing page stuff for Mark before, and he was able to give a good referral or reference to
Mhm.
this fellow as well. So thanks, Mark, for pushing me over as well. So definitely need his help.
It's my pleasure, mate. Thank you. You've helped me a lot too, so thank you.
You're welcome.
That is amazing. I'm happy to see that. Let's thrive together. I'm afraid I cannot like let both of you win, Mark and Dr. Vikas at the same time. Quick question, Dr. Vikas, you were mentioning Social Boost. Which one is it? .co or app?
.co. .co.
.co, this one. Okay, that's what he was mentioning. So we can all check it out. Now, for everyone, I know most of you guys have already registered. I hope you can see the reminder of our AI-powered marketing bootcamp happening on March 19th till the 21st. For the Australians, just add one more day. It's basically Friday to Sunday morning and afternoon. I hope you all have registered. If not, I'll send the link in the group chat. And if you're a mastermind client, you can actually bring a +1 as well. So I'm going to send the link in a group chat to sign up. And we're moving on to the next person in here. Let's see who is up next. So we had amazing Mark. We had amazing Dr. Vikas. Up next, who would have guessed it? Amazing Dan Movinsky. And I remember last month, Dan was just telling us, was it last month? Yeah, I think so. You just quit your job. And I remember how hard you were hustling over the last couple of months. Actually, one more thing that I just loved, also with Dr. Vikas. I remember before we went to Fiji to the mastermind, you set yourself some goals, right? I think you wanted to have like the investment you put in, you wanted to have it back. And you were just also talking about like manifesting and so on. But I know you and also Dan, you put in so much effort, you put in so much action, right? You set yourself a goal, and then I can see how shortly after, in just a couple of days and weeks, you achieve it because you believe in it and you put in all of this action. And Dan is definitely one of these role models as well. New goal set, he puts in the action. He really keeps us not just motivated and inspired, but he keeps us up to date on his progress, and then he achieves it. So last month, he quit his job, and now the newest success, he closed a $2,000 sale within 2 hours of his very first call. He signed multiple new clients after going full-time, added a premium school member, built an AI agent connected to a lead hacker, and generated 9 warm partner leads. And this is only a few things of what Mark has just achieved in another month. And we're nearly, Q1 of 2026 is nearly over soon. Dan, the stage is yours. Tell us more about your amazing success.
Yeah, it was an awesome month. It was super exciting. I knew that I had to, I put my back up against the wall by quitting my job. So I had to do it. From Atena's, coaching and my other mentors saying the same thing. They're like, you're limiting yourself so much by working your 9 to 5. Like you have to quit. So I did, and my first month, I did not disappoint myself. Essentially, yeah, as you see, I had quite a few wins on that side. So I mean, on the client side, let's see here. Yeah, so just real quick, like how all of these clients were through the lead hacker, most of them through the lead hacker. So one of them, the first one was a vending machine operator and owner. So I was looking at ways to help increase a current client that I had, and just organically, I thought about the vending machine. I actually put it in there, so if any of you saw it. But essentially, I just talked to somebody about a vending machine and what he could do. So then I started calling around and I found a vending machine owner that's willing to work with my client who's pretty kind of far away. So I met him down there and talked to him about it and about putting a vending machine in my client space. So as I was talking with him, I'm like, oh, just chatting with him a little bit, I found out that he actually paid $1,400 for my information. So I fill out a form on a website saying, "Hey, I'm interested in a vending machine for my gym." For obviously my client, but same thing. And that person paid $1,400. So I was just chatting with him about it, and I was like, "You paid $1,400 for my email address." And he's like, "Yep." And I was like, "Okay, let's talk about the lead hacker." So I talked to him about the lead hacker. 3 days later, I got payment from him to buy leads. So he's buying 100 leads from me to start on that one. So that was one of my clients, which is pretty awesome. Another one was a gym that I've been working for a while. So it's a kids gym, which is still exciting, but they specialize in autistic kids. And my son is autistic. So I was like, yes, this is awesome. So I was talking with him a little bit. Now, this one took me about 3 months to close because very small operator. It's just him that's running like the gym and literally doing everything. He did hire one employee last month, but that's it. He is in charge of literally everything for this gym, and he has very low budget. But eventually, I sold him on the idea. I'm going to help with marketing. I'm going to get more people in for him. So I sold him on that one. I woke up one morning and checked my phone, and I was like, "Oh, there's a Stripe payment." Yeah, and that was him. So that was super awesome. Another lead hacker one that I got was a referral from a friend in my other AI group. So he is an AI consultant and works with a lot of different companies, and he works with a real estate agency down in Florida, Miami area. And he was talking with somebody, and he introduced me. I chatted with him. So about a week and a half later, we sent over the contract. He signed and paid almost immediately. So a 2 month trial for $1,000 a month for 200 leads. So 200 leads for $1,000. Not too bad. Rate of return on that one. So that's pretty exciting. So we got that guy. And then the fourth paid client that we got was probably the most exciting one. So again, this is another referral from somebody in my other AI group. So really just talking with people and telling them what you do has been working very well for me, especially in my other group when you're talking about leads. It's like, hey, I can provide leads using AI for fairly inexpensive, and people are like, this is awesome. I'm in. So it's been working well. But yeah, so he sent over the information. I hopped on a call with this person, chatted with him for about 30-ish minutes, like 25, 30 minutes, asking him a lot of really good questions about what he's doing, what he's looking to do. And he's like, yeah, absolutely, let's do this. So I sold him 400 leads for $2,000. I did not do a setup fee on that one. But I'm not too worried about it. The profit margin was there. And I'm still working with him on everything. And there's a lot of growth potential for that one, like a lot of growth potential. So four paid clients on that side, which is pretty awesome. I did get somebody to upgrade to my premium group inside my school group. So now I have four premium members. I know it's not a ton. It's not, 100 that we have here, but hey, it's four. So it's exciting. So I have four people actually paying me for my school community, which is great, and helping them and just using them for referrals as well, and then helping them grow. So things are actually working on school, and I'm not putting a whole lot of time towards that because that's not the primary focus. I really want to focus on gyms, and that's the main thing that I'm doing. But still, I'll do whatever I can and take money wherever I can and help people on that side as well. So that was pretty exciting. And then the 9 warm leads. So these are from people, and this is just from me niching down. So before, like, the year and a half, almost a little over a year, when I was talking to people, I'm an AI consultant. I can help businesses with AI. People are just like, oh, okay, cool. They don't really understand. But as soon as I really niched down and started telling people, and this comes right after Fiji. So when I started telling people, like, I'm not just an AI consultant, I'm an AI consultant that specializes in gyms. I deal with gyms primarily. I help gyms grow, scale, get new members. I have a whole spiel. I'm not going to get into it right now. But essentially, that's all I'm telling people. So it's like, if I could take one thing back, I help gyms. If you have any gyms in the area, gyms, fitness centers, personal trainers, stuff like that, martial arts studios, whatever it is, that's my specialty. That's who I help. So as soon as I started saying that specifically, that's when people are like, "Oh, I know a guy. I got a guy. I know a gym owner. I know a gym owner, or I know somebody that owns a couple gyms, or one of my friends owns a gym." So they think more about how they can help me when I started niching down and telling them I help gyms. Because if I'm talking to a regular business owner, oh, I'm an AI consultant, they get that defense up a little bit. It's like, ah, this guy's trying to sell me on AI. He's going to do stuff for me. But when I say I specialize in gyms, then all of a sudden it opens their mind. It's like, oh, okay, he's not trying to sell me. I'm not what he does, but I know a guy. And then they start introducing me. So that's how I got 9 warm leads just last month. And I got a bunch in January too. So that's super exciting. And I'm following up with all of the leads. Don't worry, they're all coming. One of them actually did become a paid client already. They were the $2,000 sale that I got within 2 hours. That was actually a warm lead from this. Yeah, and then I guess the last thing was building the AI agent. So I'm really been learning a lot about AI agents and what they can do. So I knew I had to build one myself, and I wanted to somehow figure out how I can do it with the lead hacker. So I have a lot of my campaigns, and I'm actually running 8 campaigns through the lead hacker right now. So I have a lot of those campaigns that I just dump directly to Instantly, but there's one that I actually have connected directly with this AI agent. So it personalizes each message based off of who the audience is. So I do have the same keyword. So it's a campaign just for group fitness for one of my clients. So the keyword is all the same, but who the person is a little bit different. So like if somebody has kids, we'll mention not mention like, hey, if you have kids, but we'll mention like having a busy family. Like if you have a busy family, Manic is great for you. If they're in white collar, so like we know, their income, we can see their income from the lead hacker, and we can see like what kind of job they are. So like if they're a white collar and they have high income, then the AI agent will mention busy professionals. Like, hey, we help busy professionals. We're available early in the morning or late in the afternoon or late in the eve or early in the evening, like after you're done with work. So the AI agent personalizes everything based off of the parameters that I want. So it's much more personal than what the lead hacker would just do, or I'm sorry, which what Instantly would do. It's just pretty much the same every time, maybe one little change from what their AI can do. But this personalizes a lot more. So it's pretty exciting to see that working on that side. So yeah, those are my wins for the month.
Wow, let's give him an applause. Congratulations. Well, Mark is sending balloons. I love it. That's a nice feature. One of the things that out of the many tips that Dan has given me, all of us, is niching down, right? I think a lot of us were often afraid of niching down. So yeah, thank you so much for the tips. Okay, we are not done yet. We have another success story, another finalist. She's not been here for the first time. Before we talk about Ina, I actually would love to encourage. So, first of all, I love seeing you guys on camera. Mark, hello. Thanks for joining. I would love to challenge you a little bit. Next month for the AIpreneurs closing ceremony, I would love to actually see here under the finalist, and let me bring up the file again. I actually would love to see under the finalists, not just 4 beautiful faces from around the world, but I want to see Kayleen Frost in here. I would love to see Mark Hainsman in here. I would love to see exactly Sean. I want to see you in here. I know how hard you've been working. You've worked off your ass as well. Excuse the wording in here. I want to see you guys up here as well. I want to give you $1,000. Not always the same. Dan's and Vikas and so on. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that. Kylie, I want to see you in here. You have a full-time job, and I know how hard you've been working yourself at the same time next to a full-time job, right? And also like Mark and Vikas and Dan, these guys, they have lots of different businesses, some of them, and they all have kids. Dan, you even have 3 kids, right? If I remember correctly. But no matter what, they're not making any excuses. Ollie, you've been on so many times. I want to see your beautiful face in here as well. Julian, nice to see you. Andrew, okay? So this is my wish for everyone up here. Yes, I do want to see the same faces on the finalist page, but I also want to see some new ones, right? Because I know you guys are doing so well. And remember, It doesn't have to be a $20,000 package you're selling. These small little wins, like Dan was saying, a little bit here, a little bit there, it's gonna add up. It's about consistency. And if you look back of, like, for example, last year, if you summarize all of this, it's gonna be big. So yeah, keep it up. 1% of change and improvement every single day. Okay, I have been speaking enough. Let's move on. We now have, last but not least, amazing Ina with us. Ina literally woke up just for this closing ceremony and made sure she's up here looking beautiful as always at 5:30 a.m. Yes, you heard it correctly. She is a finalist, not for the first time. She just signed another 4,500 Australian dollar one-on-one coaching client, and she has a lot of other successes to share as well. Ina, the stage is yours. Tell us more about your achievements from the last month and how have you gotten there?
Hi. Yeah, so this one was actually I've been running this Facebook ad, a lead magnet ad, which I think is about like $5 a day, which I haven't really updated much at all for the last 6 months. I've just let it running there. And it just has built my email list. And this one client booked in a 15-minute call with me, and yeah, basically I just use that time to get to know about where she is, what her struggle is, and I told her about the workshop that I had and the mastermind as well as the one-on-one coaching program, and she signed up for the one-on-one coaching program. So I did run my webinar again this month, but I didn't, as I said, or last month, but I didn't get any signups. But well, actually, no, I lied. I did get one sign up, not for the workshop. I did have one sign up for the mastermind this week, but that's probably a March win, not a February win. So yeah.
Let's give her an applause. Congratulations, Ina. Keep it up. And yes, we are now coming to the stage where we want to vote for the winner and AIpreneur of the month. Now, before we're doing this, I was mentioning the bootcamp. I know we have a few people in here who just joined now. Just want to make sure again. So for the bootcamp, if you haven't signed up yet for the amazing bootcamp here, then now is the time. I'm going to send you the link again. And as I said, for all of our mastermind clients in here, you can even bring a +1. So be strategic about it on what the on who you're bringing, right? So here's the bootcamp link. Sign up here if you haven't yet. Good. Yes, Ina was just saying the price of what she had sold, 4,500. Good. Also, the Malibu bootcamp is coming up soon as well. But I would suggest now is the time. You know how it works, right? So for the finalists, every person has one vote. Write your vote in the chat. You cannot vote for yourself. I apologize for that. And who do you think deserves to be the AIpreneur of the month of February? So write down this one name in a chat now. I'm going to count it. And that's how we can define the AIpreneur of the month. Let's do it, everyone. Please use the chat now. Okay, guys. So here's the thing. It looks like we had 3 votes for Dan, 3 votes for Mark, 3 votes for Ina. Actually, let me see. Did Andrew actually vote? Yeah, Andrew did too. So, which means now we have 3 people with the same amount of numbers. I'm going to repeat again the successes of the month, and then everyone has to vote for either Dan, Mark, or Ina. Let me go back to this. Rock, paper, scissors. I love it. Okay, let's go back to it. All right, so as a quick reminder, now we're going to have Mark. What did Mark do? He landed his first paying client and relaunched Meta Ads and is now bringing in 1 to 3 qualified leads per day while running consistent discovery calls. So this was Mark. You either need to vote for Mark, for Dan, or for Ina. let me remind you of what. I apologize, Dr. Vikas. Unfortunately, now this is not you in the final finalist. We have Dan in here. So Dan had closed a $2K sale within 2 hours of his very first call, signed multiple new clients after going full-time, added a premium school member, built an AI agent, connected to Lead Hacker, and generated 9 warm partner leads. Or last but not least, number 3, we have Ina in here, who just signed up a $4,500 one-on-one coaching client. Okay, everyone, please take out your new vote. Okay, let me write this in a chat. Everybody, please vote for Mark, Ina, or Dan. Okay, so good. Let's see. For Dan, we now have 1, 2, 3 for Dan. Uh-oh. Now for Mark, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Mark. For Ina, we got 1, 2. Yes, 2 for Ina. And it looks like we got a winner. Everybody, let's have the drums coming out. And the winner is, with 5 votes. Oh, yes. We say congratulations to Mr. Mark Ipavitz, all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Woo-hoo! Hard work is paying off because AIpreneurs is going to give you $1,000. Congratulations on that. I'm going to make sure that you're going to get paid as fast as after this call. Your hard work is paying off, and I know how hard you've been working over the last couple of months, and you didn't give up. You showed up. You are a dad. You have several businesses. You have a life and things happening, but still you go all in and you made it. Everyone saw how, just definitely, as Ina is saying, well-deserved Mark. Kick ass.
Thank you, Janine, and thank you, everyone. Yeah, this means so much to me. I can't even begin to tell you. You know, I've sat back watching everyone else get all the accolades every month since I started, and I'm like, when am I going to do something that's going to warrant me getting up here and becoming a finalist? And I thought one day, and it's finally started to turn, and to be up here and to win's amazing. So a huge thanks to you and to everyone. I really appreciate this.
Woo-hoo! I'm so happy to see that, Mark. I'm really, really happy. And I mean, every one of you 4 would have deserved it to get it. So I'm very happy to see that we have a new AIpreneur of the month. Amazing, Mark. And as I said, please, next month, I want to see Sean up there as well, and Kathleen, and Mark, and Andrew. I want to see you as well. And of course, again, Julian, and Ollie, and Ina, and Vikas, and Mark. Mark and Mark, that would be funny, right? Next month, we have Mark and Mark up there, right? Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. I absolutely believe in every single person of you guys in here now, okay? Even if the camera isn't on, I look at you now. Eddie's here with me. He listened to you. So he's also my accountability partner. All the best to you. Happy Thursday for the North Americans. Happy Friday. Go rock it. Use the energy you have in this room in here. Use the accountability partners and do it. 0 excuses. All the best. And again, congratulations to Mark, the AIpreneur of February. Woo! I see you guys. Take care. See you in the group.